Learning English is really hard. If anyone tells you otherwise, they're lying. Now, I do believe that there are some people who can learn English more easily than others, but for most people, learning English is really difficult and can be a real struggle. But please don't worry, you can learn English. And let me tell you, there's one really important thing for everyone, whether you find learning English easy or difficult: consistency. Today, I'm going to teach you 3 ways to be consistent while learning English. These are things I do myself as a language learner, and I think they're important for anyone learning a language. Are you ready? Let's go. My name is Ryan, and thank you for joining me today. So being consistent is important for learning English. And the number one way you can be consistent is to have fun. Make English learning fun. Here's a personal example. I just recently stopped listening to podcasts. Listening to podcasts for me had become like a chore. Chores are just things we have to do around the house, like cooking, cleaning. So I stopped. Now, this isn't about whether or not you listen to podcasts. This is about finding something to listen to that you enjoy. I'll even put 3 links in the description below to different podcasts that I think are great for beginner, intermediate, and advanced level learners. But you know what? Maybe you can't find a podcast that you enjoy, and that's okay. Maybe you need to listen to music. Maybe you need to watch YouTube videos and listen to the audio. Those are both great ideas. Again, just remember to make it fun. Don't force yourself to listen to a podcast that you don't enjoy. I recommend that you try to listen to at least 30 minutes of English every day. And ideally, this should be both passive and active listening. Active listening, I talked about in another video that I'll put a link to here. But passive listening is also important. And that just means that you listen to an audio in the background. Maybe you're cleaning your house and you have music on in the background. This is great. Second, you need to work learning English into your regular schedule. In other words, find time when you're actually going to study English. Not when you're tired or when you know you won't study. Now, I know everyone is very busy these days, but you have to find time to practice English. It's essential. Personally, I find it most convenient to study for 5 to 10 minutes several times throughout the day. But for other people, maybe it will work best to have a solid 1 or 2 hour time at a certain time during the day when you know, again, that you'll study English, okay? I can't stress this enough. You have to find time to study English. I also think it's really important that you're flexible and you adjust your schedule as your learning progresses. Don't be so rigid and strict in your scheduling that you don't enjoy the process. Again, learning English should be fun. So find something that you enjoy learning and find a time that works for you. Finally, don't be afraid to use what may seem like an old method to learn English. I think the classic example of this is whether you use a notepad, a physical notepad, or whether you take notes on your computer. In my mind, you need to choose whatever works best for you. I personally love writing notes, and I find that I don't learn very efficiently or effectively when I write everything on my computer. In fact, just recently, I realized that I was really struggling to learn new vocabulary words in my target language. So what did I do? I started using physical flashcards. Yes, that's right, physical flashcards. I basically have little note cards, and I'm writing new words and phrases that I come across in my everyday life. Again, what's important? It's important that you have fun learning English. It's important that you find time that works for you, and that you're not afraid to try something new. Try an old method, try an unconventional method. You can learn English. And finally, another great way to be consistent is to practice speaking with native speakers. Whether you find someone online or in person, this is a really fun and enjoyable way to practice your English. And those are my tips for being consistent while learning English. Again, please have fun. Let me know if you have any questions in the comments below. Also, feel free to leave a comment with tips or advice that you can give other people learning English. I really hope you enjoyed this video. Take care, and I'll see you again soon.